What's going on, guys? How's your guys' day going? Hope you're having a good day. My day is good. Thank you for asking. Today's going to be a rant. One of many, 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 many rants that I have. And this one is about the 1 through 10 scale system and how absolutely garbage it has become. It's not a very complicated system. It really shouldn't be, right? 1 is the worst thing, right? Or a 0 rather, a 0 through 10. 0, worst thing ever, garbage, right? Shouldn't even be a part of your attention in the first place. You shouldn't even be looking at this thing. It hurts your eyes to even look at it. And then 10 is literally a masterpiece, the best thing that we have seen of its kind. So it's not, there should be no confusion. And yet, every single time that I see any kind of review, because all reviews are a 1 through 10 scale system, anytime people refuse to use the other half of the scale. People do not want to give anything a 5 or below. Everything, every single thing is a 6. Even then, a 6 is terrible. That's like, oh, this thing got a 6? Whoa, what the heck, right? It's either a 6 and up. And the average, believe it or not, is actually 8 to 10. Now, I don't know that for a fact. I don't know that statistically speaking. But from my experiences with because I consume a lot of media and geez, let me slow down. I'm already getting fired up. Specifically reviews of any kind. Like it could be video games, movies, TV shows, you name it, right? And those two, the first that I named, video games and movies, and I guess shows too technically. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but anywhere else in the world, if you were to release something or give something to someone to be judged, and if you kept making the same mistake, you would be kicked out. They would not allow you to continue to do the thing that you're doing. Like a very simple analogy. If you are in culinary school, or if you are an aspiring chef, and you have a dish that you need to make, and you make that dish the first time, right, and you mess up, that's fine. The judge, or the person, whoever your mentor, whoever it might be, they're going to look at you and they're going to tell you, you need to fix this, 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 and this. And if you go back and you do the same exact thing, you don't even touch the damn plate, you just leave it, you leave your little parsley right in the same exact spot, the judge is going to look at you and tell you to screw off, go away, get out of here. You're wasting my time. But for whatever reason, if it's a video game, if it's a movie, or if it's a TV show, or even music now, for the most part, at least in terms of mainstream, people can just do that. And there's no repercussions at all whatsoever. None. And you want to know what the prime example is? For video games, at least? Madden. If you play Madden or buy Madden every year, which I have friends that do that are probably watching this, I don't have anything to say to you. There has been years of actual proof that they copy and paste the same exact game every single year, bro. A year is a long time to make a video game. But you can go find videos of EA, the company that makes Madden, taking assets from Madden 23 and I think it was Madden, it was Madden 23, and they were putting it in Madden 24. There was this guy who was doing some sort of I think he was doing the gauntlet or one of the practice things. Like he was in a mode where it's not just, like franchise or mud or anything like that. It wasn't one of those modes. It was one of the other modes that don't get a lot of attention, ironically enough. And the guy spun the camera around in the instant replay, and boom, right there on the left, it said Madden 23, and he's playing Madden 24. Now, I don't know if you know, EA makes almost, I think now, $8 billion with a B, $billion a year, dude. And that's probably going to be another video that I talk about, is the significance of numbers. That's another thing that has been completely forgotten for some reason. Like the analogy or the example that I always use is how long. It's a question. How long do you think a million seconds is? I'm going to let you answer. Go ahead, take your time. Okay, 11 days. Guess how long a billion seconds is? I'm gonna take your time. Think about it. Really, really think about it. Okay. 31 years. Now, for me, that puts it into perspective of how much, like actual gluttonous amounts of money that makes off of a football video game that they do not take more than a week to make. And so anyways, the point of this video, right? When I see Madden come out every single year, and even the person who hates Madden the most, aka the Angry Joe Show, not even himself will give that game a 0. And I don't know why. I don't know why. He is literally known. It's a joke, right? If you don't know who the Angry Joe Show is, he's a YouTuber who does gaming reviews, right? And at the end, obviously, he gives his review that he thinks the game is. And for the most part, he's a fair guy. Now, Madden is the game that he craps on every single year, and it's an ongoing joke because he freaks out, kind of like how I am, and he screams and he yells. And at the end of the video, he always gives his rating. He has not given that game a 0 one time. He always does it less and less and less every year. I think the most recent one was a 2. Now, I don't know about you, but like I said, if I went to McDonald's and I asked for a cheeseburger, and I said, "Oh man, you forgot to put cheese on my cheeseburger," and I take it back, and then they go, "Oh, okay, we'll fix that for you, sir," and then they give it back to me, and it's the same exact burger. I mean, at that point, you just want to catch the fate. Like, you just want to go outside and fight because there's nothing else to say. And yet, there are people that will go to McDonald's and do that, and they'll just keep buying McDonald's. There are people that will just keep buying Madden, no matter how many times that it's very obviously just a roster change. And then movies, right? I talked about movies. Every single year, #1 movie in America. Everybody stay in your seats. #1, Tom Cruise, #1 movie in America. #1 movie in America. Oh, such as MCU's #1 movie in America. Every single movie is the #1 movie in America at all points in time, regardless of who it's by, regardless of the company, regardless who's the main actor, despite the fact that it's the same exact actor that we've seen for literally 50 years. Tom Cruise has been in movies since he was in his 20s. Now, I would know because my mom watches movies every single day. Every single day. I go downstairs and I see her watching a movie. A lot of the movies she's seen, oh look, oh that's Tom Cruise. How old was he in this movie? Oh, about 20 years old. A couple days goes by. Oh, is that Tom Cruise again? How old is he? Oh, he's 40. A couple months goes by. Oh, is that Tom Cruise again? Oh yeah, he still makes movies. And they're all the exact same. Exact same lines, exact same dialogue, exact same plot points, exact same story, exact same everything. Everything that you can think of is the exact same. And yet, you go on social media, oh my gosh, guys, you are not going to believe such and such, this brand new movie is the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And another point I have to bring up. I cannot understand where the need comes from to give the added point. Just give whole numbers. It makes no difference to me. If I ask you a question and I say, "What do you think about that movie?" On like a scale of 1 through 10, what would you give it? And you look at me in the eyes and you say, "Oh, I'd give it an 8.72 or an 8.3. I'm gonna look at you and I'm gonna walk away. I have nothing to say to you. There is nothing that I can think of that you have added to the conversation by giving me that extra point. I'm just going to say, oh, okay, so it's an 8. Oh, okay, so it's a 9. Just give whole numbers. There is no reason for you to be giving these weird, it's almost like pseudo-intellectual. These like pseudo-intellectual or like pretentious. Because the people that do that, 99, not every single person, but 99% of the people that I see, oh, it's an 8.3. Oh, I'd give it an 9.5. It's like, dude, first of all, you're not using the other half of the scale that's there. And so when I see you giving me 6.5s and 7.5s and 9.2s, I don't care. I don't care. It makes no difference to me if I know that you are either bought and paid for, so you're not going to give a fair score, or if you're IGN, right? If anybody who plays video games knows that IGN gives out 8 and 9s like that's just normal. Now, I don't know if you know, if you go look up what because there's, believe it or not, there are values to those numbers. A 5 is average, 6 above average, 7 is good, 8 very good, 9 excellent, 10 masterpiece. If you give every single game in a year, in 1 year, you are judging something, and every single one of those games, or no, better yet, 7 is the golden number. Every single time I see a video game, specifically Ubisoft, because if you know who Nakey Jakey is, he's already talked about this. I'm basically going to say the same thing he said. 7 is every single Ubisoft game ever made. All of them. Every single one. Oh, it's a 7. It's good, but it's not bad. Or it's not good, but it's not bad. Or it does some things correct. Or anytime that I see people say, oh, it's got good graphics. Like, I have a friend who loves graphics, and he rage baits me by saying that. He's like, but Jonah, the graphics, Jonah, they're so good. They're so good. But they're amazing. It looks so real. Yeah, guess what? You go on the PlayStation 3 and you play God of War, like the actual PlayStation 3, not the remastered version of God of War 3. If you go on the actual PlayStation 3 and play the original God of War, that game looks just as real, if not more real, as any other games now. In fact, they try so hard to make games look real now that they don't look real. You're doing too much. You're trying to go into hyper reality that it very obviously does not it very obviously does not look real. It's like there is a difference between life, right? Because life has imperfections even in its nature. So that's what makes it look real, right? Like a camera. The reason why when you see a camera, like one of those 1990s old cameras that they used to use for skateboarding, the reason why it looks real is because the camera is not distorting the imperfections of what it is you're seeing. But if you go play a video game, guess what? There's no distortion at all. The sidewalk, have you ever looked at the sidewalk in a video game? Clean. Clean as can be. No spots, no gum, no cracks, no elevation, no anything whatsoever. And you want to tell me, oh, but it's so cool. Oh, but it's an 8. It's an 8 out of 10 because I can drive around and work a 9 to 5. Like I could go on forever. Like I'm getting off track, but the point that I'm trying to make is that if something is not changing, or even if you give me the same thing and it has good aspects that you already did before, you don't get points for that. It's the same thing with the food analogy. If I ask you for fries and you make the fries at the specific temperature you're supposed to make it at, I'm going to look at you and I'm going to give you points for that the first time. And then I'm going to ask you again and say, okay, go back there. Now this time, cook them at this temperature instead, because it's going to be a little bit more crispy. It's going to be better. And you go back and you make it at the same temperature that you did the last time. You don't get points for that. You already did that. That is not what I asked you to do. You have to do it better. You have to add on. So no, it does not matter how many video games you make or how many movies or TV shows you make. It doesn't matter how many times you force in some conventionally attractive actor to try and make the movie seem better or seem more nuanced or whatever it is you're trying to do. It doesn't matter, because guess what? You already did that back in 1990, bro. Back in 1980, back in 1990, back in the 2000s. We've had conventionally attractive actors forever. We do not need to see the same exact verbatim person on the screen to play the same exact role in every single movie. And I can't see why people are so adamant about not just saying, this is nothing. It's a nothing burger. It's a giant nothing burger. I cannot watch 18 horror movies in a row and you expect me to tell the difference between any of them when the entire point of the plot is demon. Oh, it was a demon. Demon randomly chooses some random family for no reason whatsoever and decides to torment them and haunt them for an unreasonable amount of time. He's just bored, I guess. That's the whole point of 99% of horror movies. Or if you watch any action movie, right? Don't get me wrong, there are such things as good action movies out there, and yeah, just because they're cheesy doesn't automatically make them bad, right? Like, everybody understands that having a cliche inherently isn't what makes it a bad thing. So cliches are not inherently bad. It's how you choose to use your cliches that make it bad. So even if you have a very cheesy, corny action movie, it can still be good. Just because it's cheesy doesn't automatically make it bad, but it's the way in which you do it. So if I see Tom Cruise on the screen with a handgun that very clearly only has a certain amount of ammo, and he's just going just all day long, barely has to reload, right? Or he's doing 360 no-scopes off the top of the damn tower, I'm obviously going to have a problem with that. But then people will look at you, oh, it's not that deep. Oh, you're just supposed to enjoy it, bro. Oh, bro, it's not supposed to be like that. Yeah, don't talk to me. If you're the type of person who's it's not that deep, I'm gonna pull out the button from, or the remote from Adam Sandler's movie, the Click. I'm gonna take that out, turn you down on the volume. You ain't got nothing to say that I want to hear. So, anyways, I think that's all that I wanted to say. Basically, yeah, like there's nothing wrong. That's kind of, that really is the whole video. There's nothing wrong with giving a 5, a 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'm not saying you have to give zeros in order for the other numbers to be valuable, right? Like, obviously, most things in life are going to be more than a 4, right? Or more than a 5 at least. Like, yeah, things are going to be average. Things are going to be good. But when you know how much money these people are making, right? Like the meme, if you've ever seen the meme, oh, but we spent $200 million on the movie budget. How can people dislike this, right? Like, dog, you can't attach money, the value that you have, to the quality of the movie. Because we all know that anytime The Rock is playing a movie, he quite literally has clauses in his contract that say he can't lose, and that he has to have half of the freaking budget of the movie. So it doesn't really matter if the movie is $200 million when I know The Rock is taking away all of the quality of the video. Or, dude, this last point, I promise. I'm speechless of this, and I will never, ever let it go. And I don't care how good this actor, I don't care what you think about this actor, I don't care who he is as a person. Him doing this has ruined my image of him forever. It was Jamie Foxx in the movie Law Abiding Citizen. If you have not seen that movie, please go watch it. That is one of the best movies ever, except for the ending, right? Because of Jamie Foxx, and I'm going to spoil it. So fast forward if you don't want to know the ending, right? At the end of the movie, Jamie Foxx has to win. He has to win. He has to beat the villain in that movie. So the villain is winning the entire time. And that's the point. That's the whole point. That's the plot of the movie. This movie is not meant to be a movie about, good guys always win, bad people don't know what they're doing because they're misguided in their anger. Nope, not the point. The point is this guy is trying to prove a point, and he's succeeding the entire time. He literally does not lose one time. And then, out of nowhere, at the very end, Jamie Foxx's character breaks the law while he's a lawyer, by the way. He literally has to break the law in order to go beat the villain to win. I'm not going to give any details because it's unnecessary. Because it's literally been proven. They've you can go look it up, that Jamie said that he was uncomfortable with the villain winning. I don't have anything to say. What is there to say to that? How egotistical can you be as a human being? It's a movie. It's a movie. It's not real life. Nobody's actually dying, bro. It's okay. It's okay to lose even in your little playland where you pretend. You pretend to be somebody you're not. Right? And so they changed the ending. He was supposed to. The villain was supposed to win in the original script, and they changed the ending because he wasn't comfortable. Denzel Washington would have been better. Anybody would have been better. It wasn't like Jamie Foxx was necessary. It wasn't like we had to have him as the lawyer in the movie. Easily could have been any other guy. Any other person would have done it just as good. There are plenty of actors out there. But no. Had to be him. Anyways, hope you enjoyed my rant. I have a lot more that I've been saving up. Try to mix in some other stuff. Keep it fresh. Keep it new. Let me know what you think down below. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Thank you for watching.